All right, guys. Um, so on what would have been a Thursday, guys, we worked on multiplying, adding, and subtracting polynomials. Okay, so the operation we didn't do was dividing polynomials, which we're going to learn today and tomorrow. We're going to learn two methods for dividing polynomials. The first is, we call it the division algorithm. Okay, this is long division. If you remember back to elementary school, this is long division. Okay, guys, looking down here at the bottom, I'm going to cross out that problem. We're not going to have one with a remainder today. I'm going to keep it a little simpler. If you remember back when you first learned division, or long division, we should say, you might have had a problem here where you had 75 and you were wanting to divide that by, let's say, 5. Okay, the division algorithm. The first number you would put at the top here, let me color code. Okay, the number that goes here is how many times, that's how we would say it, how many times does 5 go into 7? Well, we all know it goes in there one time. Okay. What you would then do, you would take 1 and you'd multiply it by 5. Okay, and that would 1 times 5 is, we didn't really teach it this way. We kind of showed you. Okay, so 1 times 5 goes down here. Okay, division algorithm then says we're going to subtract 7 minus 5. Well, 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, we hadn't used this 5 on the 75 yet, so we bring it down. Now we're looking at how many times does 5 go into 25. Well, 5 goes into 25 5 times. In fact, 5 times 25 5 times 5 is 25. So when we subtract them, this would be 0. 25 minus 25 is 0. Okay? And we would say, on a problem like this, we might even say there's no remainder. 0 is the remainder. Okay, so that algorithm can be used to divide polynomials. And so I'm going to show you how, or show you what that's going to kind of look like. All right, so here we've got x squared plus 3x minus 40. And we're going to set this up like a long division problem. Okay, x squared plus 3x minus 40. We're going to divide that by x minus 5. Now, kind of the way I asked this, guys, I know down at the bottom I said 5. How many times does it go into 7? We said once. Okay. I'm going to ask this a little different than when we do the division algorithm for integers. So, x times, so the number we're going to put up here, in fact, we're going to put it above the 3x. The number we're going to put up there is going to be a number that multiplies, or a term that you can multiply x by. Okay, x times x would give you x squared. Okay, you're multiplying those terms together. Okay, and we want to get, again, I chose x because I wanted to get an x squared. I want these things to cancel out. X times x gives me x squared. So here in a second, when I go to subtract here, those are going to cancel. Okay, getting a little ahead of myself, I also need to take this x and I need to multiply it by this negative 5. X times negative 5 is going to be negative 5x. Now, division algorithm says I need to subtract x squared minus x squared. Well, that's 0. 3x minus negative 5x. Double negatives becomes a plus, so that's going to be a positive 8x. Okay, back up to the top here. What number can I multiply x by to get an 8x term down here? Okay. Oh, the color system's not working. Sorry. Let's go to the next. Oh my goodness, I've lost my mind. 8. Apologize, guys. 8 times x is going to give us 8. X, again, we're multiplying it by the binomial that's out here. And then 8 times -5 is going to be -40. So when we subtract them, 8x, the -40s, they cancel. Our result is x, and that's a positive 8. X plus 8. All right, guys. Do it a little smoother, guys. It's easy to get out of practice. In fact, why I'm showing you guys this, we're going to do another method tomorrow, which I prefer for dividing polynomials. Seems simpler on the more complex polynomials, so maybe you guys will like it. But I'll show you another method tomorrow as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and practice this a couple more times. Here we've got the polynomial x squared plus 7x minus 30. We're going to divide it by x minus 3. So that first box here, I want, what am I going to multiply x by to get that x squared? So it'll be x. X times x gives me my x squared. X times -3 is -3x. Subtracting, guys, x squared minus x squared is 0. 7x minus -3x, that's a positive 10x. Bring down our -30. Okay. X times what is going to give me 10x? X times 10, positive 10. Okay. And so then we can do that. Distribution, 10 times x, 10x, 10 times -3. That's going to be -30. When we subtract 10x minus 10x, it cancels. -30 minus -30, that cancels to 0. X plus 10, that's our remaining factor after we divide it by x minus 3. All right. Last problem here, guys. One more example. I probably do need to clean this up a little bit. Get rid of our first long division problem. Give myself a little more room. Okay. So we get x squared minus 13x plus 12. Okay. First few fall in a pretty easy pattern, guys. X times x, that's going to give you your x squared. Multiply by the -1 and subtract. X squared minus x squared is 0. -13, guys, it's minus -1, so plus 1, so -12x. Okay. Bring down the positive 12. All right, x times, I'm going to put my second box, x times a -12 will give me -12x and positive 12. And so those cancel to 0 and 0. Our factor is x minus 12. Okay. Guys, assignment today, guys, I'm not going to have an assignment. I wanted you guys to watch this, take the time to do that. Our assignment tomorrow, I'm going to go through and explain this another way. And I'll let you guys choose for your homework which way you prefer. Okay, so show you guys tomorrow the other method. It's called synthetic division. And everyone have a wonderful afternoon.